Have you ever found yourself in a dark movie theater watching a giant monster tear a city apart and cheering? Why do we cheer when the monster smashes everything? Is it just the thrill of the spectacle, or does it reveal a hidden truth about human nature? From Tokyo to New York, the kaiju, the strange beast, rules the silver screen. But our obsession with these colossal creatures isn't just about groundbreaking special effects. It's ancient. Humans have always told stories about giants, about forces too big to fight. We called them titans, gods, dragons. These were our original blockbusters, cautionary tales whispered around campfires and painted onto cave walls. These myths became the blueprints for the modern kaiju, the ultimate embodiment of overwhelming scale and raw, untamable power. But let's be honest, why does seeing a skyscraper collapse feel so good? Psychologists have a term for this feeling, the primordial pull. It's that mesmerizing cocktail of awe mixed with fear. When faced with something so immense, so far beyond our control, we can't look away. It triggers a deep, instinctual part of our brain that is both terrified and fascinated. Kaiju films give us a safe space to experience this chaos. They deliver all the visual adrenaline of destruction, but without the real-world pain, loss, and consequence. We get the thrill ride without the trauma. And in that darkness, surrounded by the rumble of the sound system, we do something remarkable. We process our own anxieties, the fears we carry about war, natural disasters, climate change, or even just the feeling of being a small person in a big, overwhelming world. They all get projected onto that giant screen. When a fictional city falls, we release a very real tension. It's a form of catharsis, like pressing a reset button for the mind. And what about when we see the world from the monster's point of view? That's pure, unadulterated power fantasy. For a few brief moments, we are no longer small or helpless. We become the unstoppable force, untouchable, unmatched. We get to vicariously experience what it's like to have no limits, to shatter the very structures that confine our daily lives. It's a fantasy of ultimate freedom, even if it's destructive. Then, something else emerges from the rubble: beauty. There is a strange, undeniable beauty in the chaos. The sight of flames reflecting on wet streets, the ballet of debris swirling through neon city lights, it is what philosophers and artists call the sublime. The sublime is that powerful, almost spiritual experience you get when you encounter something that is both terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Think of a raging storm at sea, or the view from a towering mountain peak. Artists have chased this feeling for centuries. Kaiju films deliver it on a massive scale. The on-screen urban destruction becomes a work of visual art, a symphony of motion, color, and contrast. But in every great kaiju story, just when all seems lost, the narrative shifts. Humans fight back. And this is a crucial piece of the psychological puzzle. The very destruction that mesmerized us now forces something incredible to happen. It breeds unity. Suddenly, old rivalries are forgotten. Enemies cooperate. Strangers help strangers. All of humanity bands together when survival is on the line. Seeing this resilience gives us a profound sense of comfort. It reinforces the idea that even when faced with the absolute worst, our instinct is to connect, to rebuild, and to hope. When the kaiju is finally defeated, it doesn't just feel like a victory in a movie. It feels like we are reclaiming control over the chaos in our own lives. And the destruction is never truly the end. In these stories, it often represents a form of rebirth. A new world and a new perspective can rise from the ashes. It's the ultimate promise that after the fall, we can begin again. But here's a more unsettling thought. What if the kaiju is us? Look at our own history. We've leveled forests, drained rivers, and scarred entire landscapes in the name of progress. The kaiju is often a direct reflection of our own destructive capabilities. It's a metaphor for our deepest anxieties about unchecked technology, corporate greed, and the catastrophic impact we've had on our own planet. Godzilla himself was born from the nuclear anxieties of post-war Japan. He was a walking, roaring symbol of humanity's self-destructive power come back to haunt us. In destroying our cities, these monsters force us to look at the wreckage we ourselves are capable of creating. It's a spectacle, yes, but it's also a warning we seem to keep ignoring. So maybe we don't just love the destruction, maybe we need it. We need it as a mirror for our own darkest instincts, but served in safe fictional doses. Through kaiju films, we get to rehearse for disasters we hope will never come. We can game plan our response, test our courage, and affirm our collective spirit, all from the safety of a cinema seat. We turn fear into fascination, and that fascination into art. And in the long shadow cast by the monster, we are reminded of two fundamental truths at once: our profound fragility and our incredible strength. Perhaps loving the monster isn't strange at all. Perhaps in some way, it's about loving the part of ourselves that isn't afraid of the wreckage, the part that dares to start over. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for more deep dives into the stories we love. Let me know in the comments what your favorite kaiju is and why. You've been watching Monster Mayhem Media, where stories meet imagination. See you next time.